We've got all the spaces made up, which will fit inside the holes and sit just below the surface. Alright, so what we've done now is just put the spaces in, and what we've got here is a centre punch, and we're just going along and tapping that down for each of the holes all the way around, and that'll give us our centre position for our drilling. So as you can see here, we've got a 10mm diameter centre punch, which fits down into those spaces properly, and you can see the hole it puts in when you tap in. So now we've got a good point to drill for. We're just going to put the hole through the space board. Now what we're going to do here is just drill it a bit oversized, so we're using 11mm drill, keeping in mind that the bolts are 10mm. All the bolts put through. They're only done up hand tight at the moment, because the next thing that we've got to do is put the wood lathe back on here and center that up to the board. So that's the end result. We've got a 10mm bolt, our spacer for our holes that go through the Black & Decker Workbench. Then you've got the baseboard that's sitting on top of that. So what we're using here is 8mm screw-in centre inserts. So what we've done is we've taken the feed out that they had originally in here, because actually what we're doing is bolting this to this baseboard. And the way we're going to do that and get our centres is to use these 8mm centre inserts. And they come in a set of 8. So what we're doing is where these used to screw into, we're screwing these in, and because we've marked the corner positions here, we can put the inserts in and then just lower it down, basically just using a visual eye to keep it lined up, and then we'll put an indentation into the timber and we'll be able to drill from that centre position. So what you should see there, I'm just holding the machine up at the moment, is that the centre inserts are put in, and they'll be lowered down onto those marks and leave an indentation. You can see the indentations that have been left by the centre inserts, and now we've got an accurate drilling position to put the drill holes through the board. We've got those holes drilled, which will actually support the machine, and that's at each end. We rounded off the corners. I just marked that out and then cut it out with a jigsaw. Now we've just gone over and sanded the whole thing. I'll turn it over and show you the other side. Again, we've got the 6 holes that we put in earlier, and as you can see here, these are the holes for the machine, 2 at each end. Now they're 8mm and they're countersunk. So what I've got here is our securing screws for the actual wood lathe itself. So we're securing the wood lathe to the base. We've got 2 this end and 2 the other end, and they're a 8mm countersunk machine screw. So what we've done here, these are the fixtures which fix this base to the Black & Decker Workbench, and as you can see there, we've got 3 bolts that come straight through, and we've got 3 bolts on the other side as well. We didn't need that many, but the holes are available, so we basically just used it. So what we have is the 4 8mm countersunk machine screws that we showed earlier. So what's really happened is that originally the lathe came with these feet attached, and we didn't want to do that because that allowed it to move around. So what we've done is secured the lathe to this base plate. The base plate is secured to the Black & Decker Workbench, and what we've done is taken the feet off, and when that machine screw comes up into where the feet screwed into originally, and secures it now to the base.